Hello and welcome to Electro Nerds Academy. In this video, we'll be interfacing the A4988 stepper motor driver module with an Arduino. This is the A4988 module, which features a powerful microstepping driver from Allegro. Despite its compact size at just 0.8 inches by 0.6 inches, it's highly capable. The A4988 can drive stepper motors with voltages from 8 volts to 35 volts, providing up to 1 amps of continuous current and up to 2 amps peak current per phase. It offers 5-step resolutions: full step, half step, quarter step, eighth step, and 16th step, making it an ideal microstepping driver. Before diving into the driver pinout, let's briefly review microstepping. Microstepping divides each full step of the motor into multiple smaller steps. For instance, dividing a full step in half is called half stepping, which we've covered in previous videos. Dividing it into 4 is quarter stepping, and into 8 is eighth stepping, and so on. But why do we need microstepping? Let's say you're using a NEMA 17 motor with a 1.8 degree step angle, meaning it can only move in increments of 1.8 degree, such as from 1.8 degrees to 3.6 degrees. Microstepping enables finer control, allowing it to move to positions like 2.25 degrees. Not only does this increase positioning precision, but it also reduces vibrations, especially at lower speeds. For instance, here we have 2 motors. The first motor is set to full steps of 1.8 degrees, while the second motor is in microstepping mode with a step angle of 0.225 degrees, 1/8 stepping. Notice how much smoother and with less vibration the second motor moves compared to the first. Now let's see, how does microstepping work? Typically, each coil is fully energized when it's activated, creating a magnetic field proportional to the current flowing through it. But with microstepping, we control this current more precisely. For example, we might energize coil A at 80% and coil B at 20%, causing the rotor to move slightly toward coil B. Then, by adjusting these currents, say to 70% in coil A and 30% in coil B, the rotor moves again, creating intermediate steps. Repeating this across 8 steps, we reduce coil A's current to 0 and increase coil B's to 100%. Effectively dividing 1 full step into 8 smaller steps. The A4988 driver includes 3 step-size selector inputs, MS1, MS2, and MS3, that allow you to control the motor's step resolution. By configuring these pins to specific logic levels, you can set the motor to one of the 5 resolutions. Leaving all inputs disconnected or setting them low enables full stepping. Setting MS1 to high with MS2 and MS3 set to low enables half stepping. When MS2 is high and MS1 and MS3 are low, quarter stepping is selected. For eighth stepping, set both MS1 and MS2 to high with MS3 low. Finally, setting all 3 to high enables 16th stepping, providing the finest resolution. The A4988 driver requires 2 power connections, VDD and VSS or V-motor. VDD powers the internal logic circuit and supports a voltage range of 3 volts to 5.5 volts. VSS, which powers the motor itself, ranges from 8 volts to 35 volts. To protect the driver against voltage spikes generated by the motor, place a large electrolytic capacitor, 100 microfarads or at least 47 microfarads, across the VSS and GND pins. The output channels of the A4988, pins 1A, 1B, 2A, and 2B, connect to the stepper motor's coils. Each output can theoretically supply up to 2 amps per coil, though in practice, the A4988 can handle about 1 amps per coil without overheating. If you require more than 1 amps, additional cooling or a heatsink is recommended. The driver has 2 primary control inputs, step and direction. The step pin advances the motor 1 step each time when a high pulse is received. And as discussed earlier, that the distance of this 1 step is set by the MS1, MS2, and MS3 inputs. The faster we send the pulses, the faster the motor spins. The direction pin determines the rotation direction of the motor with high rotating clockwise and low rotating counterclockwise. Note that neither the step nor DIR pins are pulled to a specific voltage internally, so they should not be left floating in your circuit. The A4988 also has 3 other inputs for managing power states: enable, reset, and sleep. The enable pin is an active low pin. When it is pulled low, the driver is active. By default, it's pulled to low with the help of a pull-down resistor, meaning the driver is enabled unless you pull it high. This feature is particularly useful for an emergency stop or shop shutdown system. The sleep pin is also an active low pin. Pulling sleep low puts the driver into sleep mode, which minimizes power consumption. By default, the sleep pin is pulled high with a pull-up resistor. A word of caution here is after waking up the driver from this mode by pulling sleep pin to high, wait at least 1 millisecond before issuing a step command to give the internal charge pump time to stabilize. The RST, or reset pin, is also active low. When pulled low, this pin resets the driver, sending it back to its predefined home state. This home position is essentially the initial position, which varies depending on the step resolution in use. The RST pin is floating by default, so if you're not using it, it's best to connect it to the adjacent SLP pin to ensure it remains high. To connect the A4988 driver to an Arduino, begin by connecting VDD and its adjacent GND to the Arduino's 5 volts and ground pins, respectively. Connect the step and direction inputs to digital pins 2 and 3 on the Arduino. Next, connect the stepper motor coils to the driver's 1A, 1B, and 2A, 2B pins. The A4988 pin layout aligns with standard 4-pin bipolar stepper motor connectors, so matching the motor leads with these pins is straightforward. To keep the driver enabled, connect the reset pin to the sleep pin, which allows the driver to remain active. If you're using the motor in full step mode, leave the microstep selection pins, MS1, MS2, and MS3, disconnected. Finally, connect the motor power supply to the VMOT and GND pins, placing a large 100 microfarad electrolytic capacitor across these motor power supply pins to protect against voltage spikes. Before running the motor, you'll need to limit the maximum current flowing through the stepper coils to ensure it doesn't exceed the motor's rated current. Start by checking the datasheet for your stepper motor to find its rated current. In our case, the motor is rated at 12 volts, 350 milliamps. The A4988 driver includes a small trimmer potentiometer for setting the current limit. There are 2 ways to set this limit. The first method involves measuring the reference voltage, Vref. In the A4988 datasheet, under Current Control, you'll find a formula for current. Vref divided by the product of 8 and the sense resistor. Knowing the target current and identifying the sense resistor value on your board will allow you to calculate Vref. Sense resistors typically have values of 0.1 ohms, 0.05 ohms, or 0.068 ohms. For our setup, with a current limit of 350 milliamps and a sense resistor of 0.1 ohms, Vref calculates to 0.28 volts. Setting Vref to this value will limit the current to 350 milliamps. To adjust this, disconnect the 3 microstep selection pins to put the driver in full step mode and fix the motor in position without sending pulses to the step input. To avoid leaving step floating, connect it to a logic power supply, 5 volts. Now attach one end of an alligator clip to a metal screwdriver and the other end to a multimeter probe, with the remaining probe connected to ground. This setup allows you to measure Vref while adjusting. Adjust the trimmer pot until Vref reads 0.28 volts. To verify, set your multimeter to measure current in milliamps. Connect the red probe to one output of the driver, the black probe to one end of a motor coil. You should read about 245 milliamps, or roughly 70% of the 350 milliamps limit. This is because in full step mode, the A4988 supplies about 70% of the set current. So to deliver the full rated current of 350 milliamps, we'll need to increase the value of the current in the Vref formula to 500 milliamps, as 70% of this value is 350 milliamps. Note, however, that in 16th step mode, the driver supplies 100% of the set current, so you'll need to adjust the current limit accordingly if you switch stepping modes. The second method involves putting the driver in full step mode and measuring the actual current through a single coil while adjusting the potentiometer. Again, keep the motor in a fixed position without pulsing the step input, and connect step to a logic supply. Place your meter in series with one of the coils and adjust the potentiometer until it reaches the rated current. If you ever change the logic voltage, VDD, you'll need to repeat this adjustment. Now let's move on to the programming part. We'll use the same program from the previous video, which was written for operating 2 motors. Since we're only using one motor here, we'll remove all code related to the second motor. Next, we'll update the constructor for this program. Because we're using a step direction driver, we'll set the interface type to 1 and then specify the Arduino pins connected to the motor's step and DIR inputs, which are pins 2 and 3. We'll also set the target position to 200 steps. After uploading the modified program, you'll notice the motor rotates 200 steps in one direction, completing 1 full revolution. It then changes direction to complete 2 full revolutions due to the use of the move to function, and the cycle repeats. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more, and we'll see you in the next video.